The Highspeed Championship, formerly known as the NEO Highspeed Championship, was designed and pretty much created for retired wrestler Natsuki Taiyo. When you think speed wrestlers, she is most likely the first one to come to mind. To many, she was the speed wrestler. She is a legend in the industry, and rightfully so, putting on many amazing matches over her years before her retirement. Currently, she is working for Seedling as a referee. At this point, I'm sure you're going back to look at the title of the video to wonder why I'm talking so much about this chick and not Azumi. Well, getting a basic understanding of who Natsuki is will help with understanding why it's so important for Azumi. For those who don't know, Azumi has the chance currently to break a record for the Highspeed Championship title. That record is youngest champion. Right now, Koguma holds it at 17 years and 33 days old. Let me tell you why I believe it is important for Azumi to get this record. Azumi's inspirations. Azumi, as all of you should know by now, is an amazing wrestler at only 16 years old, having almost 6 years of experience. She got into wrestling at a very young age, and one of her main inspirations was none other than Natsuki Taiyo. Azumi has stated that she wants to be the fastest wrestler in Stardom. In her debut, Azumi faced Natsuki Taiyo and was amazed by her speed, claiming, "She was so fast I couldn't keep up with her. I thought that was really cool. Since I debuted as a junior school student, I've been criticized lots. Things like, aren't you making light of pro wrestling?" Whether she went into pro wrestling with the passion she has now is unknown, but that match with Natsuki changed her and her goals forever. She would later go on to state in the same interview, "I think that being champion means that even if your opponent is fat, you can make the match fast. Isn't the idea that you might be slow but I can make you look fast cool?" This interview might be considered controversial to a point because Seedling and Stardom have tons of heat with each other, to the point that people at Stardom actively try to avoid mentioning or acknowledging the existence of the promotion. This doesn't seem to bother Azumi though, as she states, "It's my own aim, so I don't think it's got anything to do with that other stuff. Why shouldn't I name the person that I admire?" Why she deserves it. So you know the reasons for why Azumi wants the Highspeed belt. Now I'll tell you why I believe she deserves the record. Everyone in Stardom is fighting for something. You start to notice a trend. Everyone is eyeing for either the red or white belt at some point, but there is almost no one challenging for the Highspeed belt. That is, everyone but Azumi. To Azumi, the goal isn't red or white, but the Highspeed title. The Highspeed title is the belt for her, not just a secondary title. This would do wonders for the belt. To be on someone who naturally feels like it's the best belt is the greatest way to elevate a title. While Hazuki has done great things for the belt, her gimmick of pretending not to care about the belt can only do so much for the title itself. That's all well and good, but why does she deserve the record? Well, because of the work and loyalty she has shown towards Stardom over the years. Azumi debuted towards the end of 2013, which means she was there during the dark period of Stardom, the period that made lots of wrestlers just up and leave the promotion. When the Act incident happened and Azumi's idol Natsuki left the promotion and joined Seedling, Azumi could have followed her, but she didn't. She stayed in Stardom. For almost 6 years, Azumi has worked for Stardom and Stardom alone. She is heavily invested in her wrestling career. For those of you who don't know this, the younger wrestlers, the ones who are underage, don't join in on the group training sessions most of the time because they would be in school. That is, everyone but Azumi. The reason Azumi gets to join in these training sessions is because she just isn't in school at the time. She chose to go to a school that allowed her to miss the second half of school day and do the work at home. It's clear that Azumi's commitment to this career choice is far above her other young peers, even Starlight Kid. During the Vice documentary, they sat down with Azumi and talked to her mother. From their responses, it's obvious that her mother is very invested in Azumi's choice of career and supportive. There is nothing keeping Azumi from being all in this business. There isn't a single person who is underage in Stardom who is at as many shows as Azumi is. She is there pretty much every single show. In 2018, Azumi took part in 72 matches. That's about 1.4 matches per week. In 2019, she has already had 41 matches. That's insane. That's a teenage girl in high school doing about 5 days of training and 1 match a week. She's committed. She has dedicated her childhood to this company, and in my opinion, to keep the record on someone who left Stardom and wrestling altogether instead of Azumi is just insane. It's now or never. The reason I'm making this video is because we are running out of time. Azumi was born on October 1st, 2002, meaning she is turning 17 in about 2 months, and then she only has 32 days to get it after that. She has until November 2nd to win the title to get the youngest age record, November 3rd to tie it, and then it's lost forever. People can break the reign record or defense record at any time. This record can only be given to Azumi right now. Once she is 17 years and 34 days old, that achievement is forever lost to her. I've seen people say that her missing it doesn't matter much, but I disagree. See, to them this won't impact her legacy, but I say this isn't about her legacy. This is about rewarding someone like Azumi with an achievement that most likely won't ever be beaten after she gets it. Kagetsu, in one of her blogs, stated that she believes these types of records should not be on someone who left the company, but on someone who is there for Stardom. And I completely agree. Stardom has a chance here to do the right thing. To not give Azumi this honor and leave it on Koguma would be a huge slap in the face of someone who has been through a lot for them. To some, this doesn't mean much, but the Highspeed belt is everything to Azumi. As an Azumi fan, it's hard to really be happy about her position most of the time. Because of her skill, she was thrown in with the big girls and top card, but because of her age, she was nothing but pin fodder, losing for her team over and over and over again. She has put in the work, she did the jobs for them, now it's time to reward her some. She has played second fiddle to Starlight Kid for a long time. Please, Stardom, don't take this away from her, let her be on top for once.